Hello and welcome to FPSKivotos. I'm your host Bridge, and let's have a little chat. So this is different from what you're normally used to. This is just a little update video about things going on with the channel, and I just want to keep you guys informed because I like transparency, and I want to let you guys know what's going on. Now, granted, I post every 2 to 3 months, and I already posted recently, but I want this to go out on Twitter and YouTube just to let everybody know about the position that I'm in. We have a few things that I like to talk about during this, and I'll put them here with their timestamps so you guys can just skip over to where you want to actually listen to me talk. We have current projects, future projects, finances, that's a fun one, and a Patreon. Let's move straight into the current projects. So as of right now, we have 3, 2 of them being VTubers, one of them being Miss Kofi, and the other one being Miss Mori. Progress on those ones are actually going fairly well. All I need is get the art from Zaxta, my main VTuber artist that I get the custom art for, and then all I need to do is record the talking bits because I've already got all the firing footage and the skits and stuff like that. I just need that information, and then those 2 videos will be ready to go. As you know, for my upload schedule, I usually do character video, VTuber video, character video, VTuber video, so that's going to be the same thing. More than likely, Kofi's is going to go up next, and then after that, which is also a part of the current projects, is Koharu's P14. Now, the thing about that one is still on layaway, so that one does have quite a ways to go still when it comes to making a video, getting firing footage, all that mumbo jumbo. There's a lot that needs to go into that one, so that's really more of like a future project, but that's the one I'm working on paying off right now. At the moment, just to be transparent with you, it has $442 left on layaway, and once that's done, I'm ready to get ammo and all that stuff for it and start filming for it. But that does it for the current projects. Moving right on over to the future projects, we have 3, at least I have 3 in mind. After Mori's video, I want to start working on Rio's video, and I do have a Tisas or some random Turkish 1911 on standby, or at least I want to put one on layaway or whatever to use that for the project. I think that will turn out pretty well. I have been in contact with a group of individuals that do laser engravings and stuff like that. We'll see if that thing still comes to fruition. I'm not entirely sure, but that one's in the pipeline. And then after that, we have an AK for Minori, or well, I guess hers is the AKM. I would be using a Century Arms AK for that. And then EP Sleepy from Face Connect, I want to do a project for her as well. Now, the interesting thing about that one in particular is that I'm going to be using that AK for both the videos, more than likely. Because Minori's AK doesn't really have that much different with it. At least a base Century Arms Redwood AK, which is what I'm getting. That one only has $400 left on it because I'm getting it from private sale. So hopefully I can get my hands on that fairly soon. But as I mentioned, I'm going to use it for Minori's first, probably get a new stock and paint that and keep the Redwood one. And just change the colors of certain parts of it. And then once that video is done, I'm probably going to use that exact same AK for Sleepy's custom AK because I just want to put on, some of the rail attachments and, have a little bit different of a color scheme for it too, just to make it more of an EP Sleepy gun. It's a little bit more cost effective for me at the time. And I eventually would like to have 2 AKs, obviously one for Sleepy and then one for Minori, because I like to keep most of my guns what they are when it comes to the painted, as a piece of history, But then after that, I'm not entirely sure who the next Blue Archive character would be. Obviously, it just depends on who comes out and stuff like that. And then I can ask more VTubers, if they want a custom gun. I do have a couple in mind. I just haven't gotten like full confirmation or I know exactly what I want to do for them yet. So those will come with time. But as of right now, those are the 6 projects that are in the pipeline, essentially. But with that, let's talk about finances. This section kind of sucks to talk about, but I think it's important. My family has fallen on tough times. I feel like most families have these days with the economy. We all have car payments, we all have medical bills, normal bills, all that type of stuff to deal with. I'm not like saying, oh, woe is me, I just want to let you guys know what's going on. My older brother, we co-signed a car and it cost a certain amount of money to pay it off, every single month. And it's been out of commission for like more than half of the time that we've owned it. And That repair that needs to happen is like $4,000. And I told him, you know, I can try to do half with him, but I don't make that much money, you know, week by week, because that money that I earn goes to pay off my car, goes to pay off my credit card, and then pays for my food for the week, as well as any of the little things for the projects if I want to pay off another gun or not. Like, I already have $800+ worth of guns to pay off, and it's just it's hard to save that money. And it's my fault, obviously, because I'm not the best at saving money, obviously, as we've seen. But, you know, it's just I don't need to help him, but it just seems right because of car issues and just money issues in general. I don't really want to get too deep into it because, you know, it's more of a personal matter, but I just want to let you guys know that, you know, that's like the looming like expense that is on my mind, because I want to try to save for that, but I also want to do stuff for the project because that's going to take a really long time to save for. Like, $2,000 isn't like that much, but I only make, I don't know, maybe $700 every week, and at least 400 maybe of that goes to other expenses. So it's just like, I don't really have a lot to work on. But that's really like what I wanted to say about that. It's just a slight looming thing. I also have like $500 that I need to pay off for my co-host because he helped me with something recently, and obviously as a friend I want to pay him back in a timely-ish manner. So that's another thing that I need to take out of my paycheck to be able to pay off to him, because I never want to leave, you know, him hanging for too long. And it's just, I just feel bad, and I don't like, he knows that I pay him back, but it's just like, I want to pay them back as quickly as I can, even if it's like kind of tough. But I just wanted to briefly go over the finance part. I have recorded this part like 3 or 4 different times because I just keep talking, and hopefully that was like concise enough. Like, I just have things that need to get paid off, and we all do, but I just wanted to be transparent about, you know, I want to pay off the guns, but I also want to pay off my friends, obviously, and then help my brother. But with that, let's move over to the last part where I think if you guys want to, you can help me out a little bit. And when I ask for help, I don't ask for like $8,000. None of you owe me anything. I appreciate each and every single one of you who've watched this and any of my other videos. You are the reason why I do what I do, because I love making these guns. I love Blue Archive. I love VTubers, man. It's just, it's my happiness, I guess. That's the big thing. It's just, you know, it's what I enjoy, and I want to share that with all of you. But the problem is I don't see any type of financial gain back from the channel. I don't expect it because it's gun content, you know. Gun content on YouTube absolutely fucking gets no money, and no money in the slightest. And I'm a small channel, so I don't have any sponsors either. And so it's just like, all the money that I put into the projects never ever comes back to me. And that's where the Patreon comes in. I want to start a Patreon to at least alleviate some of the pains that I've you know, gotten. Obviously, I don't need you guys to pay off, you know, my bills, or pay off, you know, my friend, or, you know, even help with my brother's car and stuff like that. But the little things like paint, even though I use spray paint, can get expensive very quickly over time, because I buy multiple cans and just stuff like that. Paint, accessories, decals, all of that. Those costs mean something over time. They may be small in the moment, but they can get really, really big really, really fast. Not even including the custom patches that I do, because I don't charge anybody for that. I think the Patreon can help with that. I don't know how exactly I want to structure the tiers. If you have any ideas, you can give them to me. I was thinking like $1, $3, $5, maybe $20. I don't know. Like, because there's a YouTuber that I watch that does gun content, Print, Shoot, Repeat. He has those tiers where it's $1 for support, $3 for access to certain channels, and $5 for behind the scenes stuff, and then $20 for all of the above, plus, you know, a shout out. And I would love to do that type of thing too. I don't know if I would make it $20 a month, because that's a lot of money even for me. Maybe like 10 at most. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing ideas here, but Like, I want to give incentives for potentially supporting me. I don't know. Things like behind the scenes, you know, how I make the guns, like go over the process of like disassembling the guns and showing you how I do my spray paint jobs and just like how I design the decals, because there's a lot that goes into each and every single one of the videos. I just, you know, if any of you are interested in that, I can show you these things. Maybe I can even send you some of the stickers that I get, because I get a lot of excess stickers and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do custom patches. I don't know. That type of thing with like giving away custom items kind of defeats the purpose of getting the money from the Patreon, because I'm putting money into the Patreon and stuff like that. So I think things like behind the scenes and like Rain's vlogs and, you know, just showing you how the process works feels like a decent incentive. Not like it's not really good, like a decent incentive for you guys to help me in a more financial way. It would mean the world to me if you could help in any way. Like, watching the videos is more than enough. But if, you know, somebody does $5 a month, that's at least a can of paint. That can add up a lot over time. And it's just like, it would help. It would really help. You're not obligated to help me. No one is obligated to help me. But it would be so graciously appreciated. And I will not let any of that be taken for granted, because I know money is precious to all of us. I'm not entirely sure when I'm gonna start the Patreon, but that's my general like idea. We'll go over it again real quick. You know, early access to videos, community updates, you know, about, you know, things going on, previews of what's coming next, behind the scenes of how I make the guns, how I paint them, how I get everything set up, decals, how I create the custom patches, behind the scenes vlogs of our range days, because when we go out for range days, we're there for all day and we're just chilling out, hanging out. I don't know if anybody wants to watch that really, but that, you know, that's a thing. Or in, you know, a shout out in the video at the end of the video, you know, have your name scroll down. I feel like those are decent incentives for people, but you know, those are just spitball ideas. If you guys have any other ideas of what you would want for incentives, I'm all ears. And trust me, I do not take any of your support, regardless if it's financial. You know, just watching the videos is more than enough for me. But that's all I have for now. I appreciate for anybody who actually watched the end of this. I've been rambling a lot, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for supporting me, regardless if it's financial or just watching and sharing my videos, liking them, commenting, all of that. It means the world to me. And I do this for you guys because I want to show you the cool guns of Blue Archive and the cool custom guns that I do. But with all that out of the way, I've been your host, Bridge, and I'll see you guys in the next one.